Hey guys, how's it going? I uh I decided to do a bonus stream today. I felt like playing some Minecraft and I've had this big project in mind for a long time and I thought it might be fun to work on it off and on here on Twitch for you guys. This is going to be a little bit different from my normal Wild Assault streams that I've been doing. Oh, hey Drakunchik. Yeah, like I was getting into it, I'm just gonna do a nice, relaxing Minecraft stream today. I've got a big project that I've had in my mind for forever, and I think we're gonna finally start it and see it through to fruition. It's gonna take us a really long time to do what I've got planned, but I figured we better just get started and I'll do these bonus streams from time to time and we'll work on this big project, the Dwarf Pit. So let's boot up a new world and get to it. Alright, we are starting in a swamp. So this is a large biome world, so it'll be a little bit different. I've also turned off the fire tick, but other than that, it's just regular vanilla survival. And like the name for the world implies, I'm gonna try and find a good place to dig a gigantic hole, and then I want to build a dwarven city in that gigantic hole, like a big inverted pyramid all the way down to bedrock, and just make this giant dwarf city. I kind of wanted to do it in the plains, although a swamp would not be a bad biome. It's just going to take a lot of preparation here. And so I don't really have a set plan. I've attempted this several times on my own in the past. Just, oh, why am I sinking already? Uh, like I say, I've attempted this several times in the past on my own, and I always kind of get lost in the sauce. I get started and then peter out. So why do I keep sinking? Oh, why? Because I keep hitting shift. I'm losing my mind, you guys. Anyway, I start and I stop, and hopefully getting it on camera will help keep me a little bit more motivated. But I found some royalty-free, chill yoga music. I like to listen to this when I play Minecraft. It just gets me nice and relaxed and kind of in a creative mood. It's a pretty chill game, and so I think it goes good with some pretty chill music. Alright, well, we might have a plains biome here. Next to a big swamp. I probably should have killed some of those sheep, make a bed, but I kind of want to find a village. If I can find a village, I'll just steal their beds. There's a big swamp. Forest over there. Let's see if we can maybe... Oh, that's a pretty good cave. Hey, thanks very much, Drakunchik. Yeah, I used to be really into mods, but I just haven't kept up with them. But you have a good night, man. We'll see you later, dude. Alright, I don't know if coming into a cave right now is this wise. I was hoping there'd be iron, but I don't see anything, so let's get out of here. Get back to trying to find a village. Gotta find a bed. Gotta break all this grass and get all the seeds. I like the new bushes. They remind me of, yeah, these ones. I like these bushes. They remind me of old school Zelda games. Conversely, I could unalive a sheep or 3 and make my own bed. The temptation exists. It sure does. There's a lot of sheep here too. Okay. We're just gonna make a bed the old-fashioned way. Oh, I should probably pick that up. Ah! Been playing too much Wild Assault. I keep shifting all the time. I need to not do that. There we go. I'm not sure if that was really much faster than just punching it with my fist, but oh well. Sorry, sheep. Okay. And I think they need to be the same color of wool. So we'll get this other white sheep, and then that one up there. This is a pretty diverse herd of sheep. There we go. All right. Now we can make a bed. Cool. Yeah, have a good night, Drakunchik. Let's see. Just in time too. Is it getting dark now? For some reason, when it gets to noon, it always seems to get a little bit dark. I'm not sure why. Why do I keep hitting shift? Alright. I do still want to find a village. This is going to be a cheesy project. So I want to find a village so I can make an iron farm and a trading hall and all that other really broken stuff. Is that swamp on a hill or is that a jungle? I think that might be swamp on a hill. Well, let's see. Kind of going in a big circle here. Maybe let's try to climb some of those mountains in the distance. See if we can find anything like what we're looking for. I might want to pick up those pumpkins on the way. Now, I'm actually not that great at Minecraft. I just play it for fun. But, you know, Minecraft is one of those games that you don't have to be good at. Anyone can enjoy Minecraft at any level. That's what makes it so fun. It's just a giant virtual sandbox. You can play it however you want. There's no wrong way to play Minecraft. And that is one of the things I really like most about this game. In a way, it's less of a game and more of just a creative tool. Ow! That's what I get for getting all poetic. Fall in a hole. Alright, and now we gotta use our creativity to figure a way out of here. Dang it. Well, you know, that's life sometimes. You'll just be thinking about stuff, maybe something profound, and then you'll just fall in a hole. Alright. Let's see. climb this mountain here. Yeah, we're almost to this line of hills. We're almost out of this swamp. Now, ironically, starting in a swamp would not be a bad place to do the pit that I have in mind, but the colors here aren't really what I like for the grass, and dealing with all the water in the beginning will be a big old pain in the butt, which is why I think I'm going to prefer a plains biome. Need to get some food here eventually too. I am picking up plenty of mushrooms, but I kind of want to grow these rather than eat them right away, because I don't run into mushrooms all that often actually. There's some chickens I could get. Yeah. Sorry, chickens. You're made out of delicious meat. Oh, the vines have saved you. Oh, the grass has saved you. There we go. Let's pick up these mushrooms. I probably am pretty good on brown mushrooms. I might be able to make some mushroom soup with those. Got that guy. Oh, it's getting dark. I don't think they had any eggs yet. Alright, the sun's going down. Ooh, let's grab some pine tree saplings while we're here. Spruce. Spruce saplings is what they're called. I'll just sleep really quick. I should probably upgrade to stone tools here pretty soon too. There's really not a very good reason to use wood tools, except to get stone tools. Hey, alright, already got a spruce sapling. Alright, we'll let those leaves decay and we will make a few stone tools here real quick. By first making one more wood tool. A wooden pickaxe. And we'll just gather up enough stone. Now, I hate letting these things go to waste. Can I get coal with a wood pickaxe? I can never remember. You can get coal with a wood pickaxe. Okay, heck yeah. I just don't think you can get iron with a wood pickaxe, and I'm not sure about copper. I haven't really played around with copper too much. Just mining away. I'm probably just gonna mine away this wood pickaxe till it breaks. Get a stack of cobblestone. That should be enough for our little scouting expedition thing here. Oh, it's one of the new Highland cows. Hi, cow. Just mining away. Mining away. Another sapling. Another $1. Let's see, how much stone we've got? 42. Let's make some tools. Should be enough. Let's make some torches while we're at it too. Go. There we go. I'm really weird and OCD about how I do my tools and stuff in this game, which might trigger some of you, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. This is how I've played Minecraft for forever, and this is how I'm gonna do it. Ah, hey Z, how's it going? There we go. Alright. Ah, don't look at that guy. Alright, let's see if we can find a village. That is the next big. Stop trying to get me to look at you. You will obliterate me right now, Mr. Enderman. Oh, it's a bee. I love the bees in this game. Okay. I think there might be more plains that way. Let's kind of skirt along this ridge here and see if we can find a village in the plains. Oh, see if we can find the plains. See if I'm not just BSing you. And I think that's one right there. Maybe? You feel kind of. Well, we'll find out when we get there. Okay. Heck yeah, what happened? And I don't know if I'm familiar with what a Greta player is. I'm not super up to some of the terminology. I'm a boring old man. I'm sorry. Yes, that is a village. Heck yeah. Perfect. So it's exactly what I was looking for. We can find some wheat and potatoes and carrots and maybe get settled down. And then I'm not sure what we're going to start with. Probably. Well, we'll scout out this village. It looks like it's just one house. We'll see when we get there. Okay. Good. And salmon will make. Ah! Not very good. Sword fisher. Salmon should make some good starting food. Come here, you little guy. I'm gonna drown. Alright, there we go. Let's go. There we go. Come on, little fishy. Come on. There we go. Alright. Wait, I wonder, do my mouse buttons do work? Heck yeah. There's some of the fish that I left. Alright, so now we've got a little bit of food. Some more diverse food. At least. Yeah, I think that's one else. Well, there's some villagers. There's another house. Okay. This one house might just be in a weird spot. Ooh, alright, I'm gonna get in a house and read this. This looks like some drama. Alright, I'll be safe in here. Okay, so player by the name of... Oh, yeah, I ran into a salty guy the other day who was really frustrated that Jack's grenade could get him through cover, and I mean, it didn't get too bad, but he just kept going on and on about it. I'm like, dude, it goes through cover. When you see it there, you gotta move. Uh, it happens. Most of the people in the game are just super chill, super nice. But, every community has its lemons, unfortunately. You just gotta try and face it with patience. Hopefully they're not there the next game or the next night, you know what I mean? What do we got here? A saddle and a bundle. Well, let's put this in here so we can take the bundle, and then there we go. We'll put the, the saplings in the bundle for now, and we've got some bread. What do I have here that I don't need? I really don't need feathers, but I do want this bread. Yeah, I agree. Like I say, the game, there are a few unbalanced things. I won't lie, but they're not like super unbalanced. Most things have a reasonable counter, and Jack's ability to stop people from camping is really good. But I don't think it's like overpowered or anything. It's just part of learning the game. Kind of like learning to shoot the panda before you drop a couple of gas grenades. I still have trouble remembering that one from time to time. Alright, well, this was kind of a crap village, you guys. They didn't have any crops for me to steal. What do you mean I can only sleep at night? Oh, yeah, sorry. Did I just come from over here? I think I may have. Yeah, I did. Dang it. Oh, that's a much better looking village. Although it's close to an outpost. I'm not sure how long my ads run. I kind of wish I could see. Let me see here. Well, I'll give it a moment here. Why did I take these lily pads? I can't remember. Whatever, they're nice. I'm planning on doing a water feature eventually. Lily pads are good for water features. Alright, so there's a pillager outpost over there. But that's a huge village. That should be really good. I hope, at least. Just set up a rudimentary trading hall and maybe an iron farm. I don't want to go closer to I'll be fine. Pillagers aren't that bad. Oh, yeah. So, welcome back. um, I am starting a big project kind of for like just my side bonus stuff for like today's normally my off day, but I just felt like streaming and playing Minecraft anyway. I've had this crazy idea in my head to dig a gigantic hole all the way down to bedrock and like terrace it up in this big kind of inverted pyramid and make a whole like dwarf themed city in this gigantic pit in the middle of the plains. Like the dwarves somehow got stranded far away from mountains, and so they decided to make their own mountain by digging the whole ground out around them. So it's just something, like I say, that's been in my mind for forever. and I've unsuccessfully started it many times, and I'm figuring if I do it on stream, maybe it will help keep me a little more motivated. Alright, we'll add those to the bundle. I don't really know if I need apples. I really don't need these crappy wooden tools right anymore. They'll free up a little bit of inventory space. Alright. Where are all of these guys' crops? Why don't they have any wheat or potatoes? What is going on? What do you eat? How do you live? Oh, there's some wheat. Heck yeah. Well, I've already got wheat. What I really want are carrots and potatoes. Yeah, unfortunately, this one's just in a single player world. Alright, what is that? Wheat, carrots. Carrots, wheat, potatoes. Oh, I didn't pick up the potatoes. I don't need a dandelion. Carrot, potatoes. I don't need a dandelion. And then I think all I need left are beetroot seeds. Okay. I really don't need the lily pads. I lost the seeds. Oh, come on. The guy picked up the only beetroot seeds. There we go. Did I get the beetroot seeds that time? No. Darn it. Get rid of those sticks. There's the beetroot seeds. Okay. That time I got them. Okay, we've got all the crops. Okay, great. Great. Now let's protect these villagers from themselves. Where is the town bell? Excellent. Excellent. Now this may look really inhumane and evil. And that's the end of that statement. Oh, poor villagers. I feel bad, but if their AI was a little bit better, we wouldn't have to go to such extreme lengths to protect them from just like random zombies. That's okay. Okay. Let's chop some of this away. Oh, booger. I forgot that they did that way. Okay, well, we'll just... Alright, and now I want the town bell. There we go. There we go, got the crafting table. Let's see. Trapdoors are so expensive. But we don't need perfect trapdoors. We just need some. Why is that in there? There we go, 8. I don't think that'll be enough, but it's a start. Alright, let's put a bunch of the food stuff. Oh, all those seeds took up a bunch of room. Okay, let's put in the mushrooms and lily pads and some of that wheat. There we go. Now we've got some more inventory space to work with. Alright. Okay. That should... hole. And let's get our crafting bench out of this hole too. There we go. Okay. You know, you can do something a million times in this game and still find new ways to mess it up each time you do it. But that's okay. It's kind of the beauty of Minecraft. It's also kind of the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. But that's also okay. Like I said, we're just chilling. But this is gonna be about where our home base is. We're just gonna take over this village. And then get set up. Hey, have a good night, Z. I'll catch you later. I know there's another way to do this, but I haven't committed it to memory, so you'll just have to watch me do things the slow way. Ah, these are so expensive. Ah, they've already fallen in. Heck yeah. Alright. I thought I'd have to ring the bell. Apparently not. Alright, I'll just... I don't care about 2 stacks of dirt. Oh, geez, you guys! Alright. We'll see if that gets the rest of them into the hole. Come on, guy. Oh. Whatever. We've got 4 in there. That is more than enough to keep them safe. Alright. So we'll blow up the bell. Ah, I do want that. I don't know why, I just do. And then we will cover them up securely after we put a couple of torches in here so that just in case. I think mobs now spawn a certain radius around them, but I mean, I can't remember. Ooh, you came back. No, no, no. Go in the pit. Alright, well. He doesn't want to live, I guess. Alright, so now... There we go. Now we will remember where these villagers are. And this will be a good place to spend the night. Let me get rid of... Let me see how I can do this. Just ban that guy real quick to get rid of his message. I get 1 or 2 of those spawn messages a night, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll just deal with it. Alright, so now we're somewhat established here. Let's see, if that airway is east, then that way is north, right? Facing north. Okay, so I want probably the village to be to the north. Where do we want to start this thing? Ah, dang, that is right there. Let's... Oh, that looks like another village with a cool arch over there. Unless that's the one we just came from. I don't know. Alright, let's find a good place to mark the edge of the pit. And I think it's F3 and B. No, that's hitboxes. B and G. There we go. We will pull up the chunk borders and mark a corner here. So this is the corner of a chunk. We'll add that like that. And then now let's count out 7 that way. We're going to start with a real big pit, because at the bottom of this, I want like a kind of water feature thing. So here's the chunk border. So that's 1 chunk. Two chunks. Okay. Okay. 3 chunks. And this will make this one the central 4th chunk. Okay. No. I was on the right side. Okay. And so knowing the central chunk will be important later. But this is the south one. The north one is the one we really gotta pay attention to. Okay. So this is 4. Five. Need some more dirt. 5. Well, we're just gonna be digging all this out anyway, so we'll grab some from here. Alright, well, we don't need this on for right now. Get about a full stack of dirt. And if I lose a couple of cubes, I'm not going to be super concerned. So I think this was 5, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I may have miscounted. No, I think it was 5. I think I just didn't make the other pillar tall enough. I didn't. Alright, so we'll fix that now. Oh yeah, and see, the grass grew, which makes it kinda a little more difficult. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one by the horses will be 6. And then this one here will be 7. Look out, horse. We'll wrap these around the corner like this. All right. We're getting it marked out, so let's double check. 1, 2. Grab these real quick. 3, 4. Okay, so this one's the central one. We might do something special here. 5, 6, 7. All right, now we just got to do the same thing and repeat the square. But before we do that, let's get a little bit more permanent of a setup going. We saved enough villagers to start the farm. There it is. I can never remember which buttons are which. So we'll head back to the village here and get a little startup area going. I might be a little all over the place for a second while we start this up, you guys. I am sorry, but not that sorry. I could just take over a villager house. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take over this villager house. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't really like this house. Let's just do what I normally do and dig a hole into the cliff. There was a good cliff down here. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to be dwarves, right? The dwarves live in holes in the ground, kind of like hobbits, but different. Rockier, less comforting holes in the ground. Alright, that'll be good. A couple windows. Alright, let's see. Let's make it 5 by 5 to begin with. I don't need that big of a house. Maybe 5 by 7. This is not going to be a permanent residence, but it is probably about where we're going to live for a real long time. Yeah, let's make this 7 by 7. Just a little bit bigger. Wait. I think I need to go back one more layer. Do I? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I do need to go back one more layer. There we go. All right. Put the bed down. Find a good place for the crafting bench. Where is my crafting bench? I've misplaced my crafting bench. Oh well, that's all right. Put that in the corner. Let's make a couple of furnaces. Whoops. There we go. And make the old school windows with the fences, and then let's make a door. Alright, not the world's fanciest house, but it will do. That'll do, pig. Well, that'll do. Alright, let's get this coal. Heck yeah. Alright. This is not a bad amount of coal. This is a pretty good amount of coal. Heck yeah, you guys. But now I have a gigantic hole in my floor. Thanks to all this coal. Alright. Hey, not bad. We'll just fill all this junk in with dirt. Cool. Alright, and then we'll drop a couple chests down here. We'll add those in. And we'll just dump everything into a chest. We will sort this out later. Okay, I think I want food, and I want this bundle with all my plant things. Okay. Eat some food. Delicious bread. And we'll go to bed. Okie dokie. Let's plant these trees and get them growing. And then the rest of this stuff can go back into the bundle. Alright, actually, I want to keep this safe. So some of my most valuable possessions is those food, especially those beetroot seeds, because the villagers kept taking them from me. Jerks. I don't even really need the beetroot. I use it for almost nothing. I'm a real bad pack rat in this game. I keep pretty much everything. Alright, so we'll get those spruce trees going. The oak I'm a little less worried about, but we'll get them planted just so that we're growing them. Eventually, I'm going to want to go and get the other kinds of trees. But today is probably not that day. Okay, next things first. I need a little bit of iron, and then I want to set up the villager breeder and then possibly an iron farm. We'll see. Let's gather up the rest of these hay bales. And I think I know how I'm going to get iron in the early game. And it's cheesy, but I don't care. Let's see. Ah! Okay. Okay, and then we run. And then we run. There we go. And then we build up to 4 or 5, I think. Okay, I think it's just 4. And then we can hit him, and he can't get me. This is kinda cheesy, but it does work. Alright. Oh, that poor iron golem. He died, so we could have these bars. And more will follow, most certainly. Yeah, don't get too attached to this village. It's almost certainly all coming down. Where was the town bell? I know I marked it. There it is. Okay, good. This is a bigger village than I suspected. Let's see if we can find another iron golem around here. Oh, they had two town bells. This one probably would have been easier to get them to congregate at. Oh well. Actually, make some more bread. Alright. Cool. Where... Well, we've got enough for a bucket, so let's craft a bucket and then get going on our crop fields. Where did my little hole go? Here's the house I was thinking of using, so I think it's just down over here, isn't it? Perhaps? No, it's over... There's my pillars, so it's over this way. I get lost in this game so easily. Alright, let's add some torches to the outside. And we'll make a bucket. And we should probably make a hoe also. I'm out of wood. Early game Minecraft. Don't have anything, and you need to get everything. This will also give the village time to spawn another iron golem. So it's kind of slow at first, but we'll get there eventually, guys. Let's get a little bit more wood. I don't really know why, but I always like to take out the top leaf. I feel like it helps it despawn these leaves faster. At least a little bit. But I don't know if that's actually true or not. It's just something I've always done, and now I can't stop. So we'll come back and check for saplings in a second here. And we'll get some cobblestone. And we'll make a stone hoe. We'll make 2 stone hoes. All right. Find. Let's see, where will be a good spot for a well be? Probably right here. Do we still have our cobblestone? We do. Let's make a little well. Does it need to be cobblestone like this? No, it certainly does not, but I think it looks just a little bit better than just a hole in the ground. Alright, we'll need another bucket here sooner rather than later. But let's go grab some water and get our little well going. Did I fall in there? I'm so clumsy today. I think this water might be a little bit closer even. One can hope. All right. Let's go ahead and add this to our little well. Excellent. Infinite water. Okay. Well, we're growing our trees out there, and that way is our pit. Where do we want to put this farm? We want it outside the pit for now. I think we'll shave off the side of this mountain here from about here and send our farms out this way. And I have noticed a general trend with really nice fancy fields that a lot of Minecrafters are doing right now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that great. I'm just playing Minecraft to chill out, you know what I mean? So this is just kind of, like I say, there's no wrong way to play Minecraft, and there's no right way to play Minecraft. Just play it how you like to play it. And I'm just gonna relax. I'm not gonna do that fancy stuff quite yet. Maybe someday. But for now, we're just chilling and hanging out. It's almost bedtime. What do you mean I can only sleep during thunderstorms? At night. It is night. Look at that sun. It's going down. There we go. Let's see if I can angle this roof a little nicer though. Hey, there we go. Kind of rounded diagonal edge. Still looks like a dirt sod house, but a little bit better. All right. How much further do I have to go before never mind, quite a ways. We'll just diagonal this off here a bit. Maybe I will try a fancy sweeping field. I don't know. Just mining away. Mining away. And that was my last shovel. Okay, this might take a little bit longer than I thought. We'll figure this out here, guys. It's not that big of a deal. Let's make a bunch more shovels. Put some of this stuff away. There's a stone. Where did all the wood go? Ah, it's in my inventory. Losing my mind. I shouldn't have made those all into sticks. Oh well. It'll be fine. We can always get more wood planks. There we go. I wander this game with an extremely limited inventory because I always take up like the first third of it with a full set of stone tools. And it stays that way for a long time. Alright, so some of those guys grew up. Heck yeah. Any more saplings floating around? One. That's good. Oh, and I got an egg. Heck yeah. Heck yazzles. Eventually I should probably collect some animals. before they also get run off or destroyed by accident. Yeah, I'll do that in a second here. I want to get these fields going. Let's drop all this junk off. See, one of my spruce trees is done. We'll wait for the others and then we'll harvest those and collect their saplings. Alright. Gonna try and sort of mirror what we've been doing over here. Well, let's strip off this whole layer first so we know what we're working with. Why all this work to make the plains even flatter? The plains used to be really quite uniform in this game. They are currently pretty uneven, pretty undulating. That's okay. Gives us more variety. Cut this in here, like so. And I don't know if that's going to be the best line, but I'm not super concerned. We're just digging dirt. Okie dokie. Artichokey. Had a job, but now I'm brokey. Alright. Sorry. Sometimes I just let the thoughts tumble out of my head without a whole lot of thought. It's part of the reason I like Minecraft. In a way, it's a very meditative game. I enjoy the repetitiveness of some of the tasks. It's right up until I don't, right up until it becomes a grind. But I know this project's going to be a grind, which is kind of part of the reason I'm saving it for you guys, so we can all hopefully look back on it one day and be like, wow, I can't believe he did that. He poured hundreds of hours into this stupid little game. It's not stupid, I love Minecraft. You know, if you have fun wasting your time, then it wasn't really wasted, was it? Like I said, I've been going hard on Wild Assault lately, and I just kind of wanted to relax on my day off, and I figured this would be a nice, relaxing little project to try. Because I've wanted to do this for forever. And now, here we are. We're doing it. Taking the first tentative steps. Alright, yeah, we'll kind of try and soften this out a little bit as we curve into the house. I don't even know why I'm trying to get all fancy with this. This is just going to be my temporary little bunker thing. Actually, yeah, we can smooth the whole hill out, but let's get rid of this first. I don't know. What is it Ron Swanson says? Never half-ass one thing. Or never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. So even if it's a temporary little hole in the ground, we can try to make it look natural. That way it's pleasant for our time here, which will be considerable. It is going to take me a very long time to get through phase 1, which will be digging the pit. In fact, phase 1 will likely be broken into subphases, where we go a few chunks at a time. Once we, and you guys will understand more as the vision creeps out of my head and onto the screen. But the initial plan is to drill down pretty much straight in a 7 chunk by 7 chunk area all the way down to bedrock, and then terrace this inverted pyramid up from there, and it will get as wide as it needs to get, I suppose, until we reach the surface level. And then I think I want to ring the whole thing in a big wall, and then we will start building a dwarven city on these terraces as it sinks into the ground. And I want at the very center, the deepest part, to have this like grand little water feature thing. All right, I'm gonna snack on some peanuts. I'm gonna mute myself for just a second. Delicious peanuts. I love peanuts. I know they're not the healthiest snack, but I do think they're better than like potato chips or something. And they're so good, and they're so filling. Alright, we're making some good progress on expanding our little future farming area here. Almost done. What Y level am I at? 66. Okay, so 3 levels above sea level. That is perfectly fine. A lot of the time, for whatever reason, I try to get down to sea level and start my bases from there. Just, I don't know, for the reference, I like things to match up a little bit, but this project's so different, and on a large biome world, I don't think it's gonna matter too much, you guys. Alright, let's mine out all this cobble, because we're running low on cobble anyway, and then we'll fill it in with the grass, and that will make it look a little bit nicer. Let's kind of curve this in just a little bit better. Yeah, it looks a little bit more natural. It looks alright. I'm really not that good at terraforming. Alright, and then now we'll fill all this in until we have a nice broad plain to set out some really big fields. All the things you gotta do to start out a Minecraft world. Gotta play the game so that you can play the game. It's like that South Park Warcraft episode. Oh, well, what do we do now? Well, now we can play the game. They've been grinding for hours to beat that one guy. I think that was voted the best ever episode of South Park, and I can definitely see it. It's for sure one of my favorites. It's so funny. Their Minecraft episode was okay, but not nearly as good as the Warcraft episode. Alright, let's go get some more dirt. I think this basin will be plenty big enough for the wheat farm. And potato and carrots and all the other stuff I want to grow. And if that's too much dirt, we can always put some back later. And then we'll cut down those spruce trees in a second here. And if this isn't enough dirt, well, we can always go get more. Believe me, we are going to have a lot of dirt left over from this project. When I'm filling in big areas like this, what I like to do is kind of quarter them off in square chunks like I did here and break them into just smaller little chunks. I feel like it makes it a little bit easier to process. Plus, then you kind of get to see how everything is coming together a little bit. It's nice to get, you know, a quarter of your vision done rather than swirling around the outside of a massive hole for forever. Which is ironic because that's pretty much what we're about to be doing. I don't know if we'll necessarily get to it tonight, but eventually we're just going to be digging all the time, non-stop, more or less. But that's okay. That is the point of these big projects. We are going to document every minute from start to finish if we can. because why not? Oh, don't fall in the hole, sheep. You're messing me up. Once we get some fields down too, we can start growing some wheat, and then we can start luring the animals, and then we can set up a little sheep farm and cow pen. We might need to get more dirt, you guys. I always end up needing more dirt than I think that I do. Whoops. Probably because I like to backfill everything. I don't like leaving hollow terrain. Just placing dirt. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have enough dirt. Okay, it's also getting dark. So we will retreat towards home. Alright, I guess we'll go to sleep again. Oh, we can't. It's still too bright. There we go. Where's the door? There it is. Alright, let's go get a little bit more dirt and keep on filling this thing in. Let's, this will be about the edge of the pit. Yeah, let's, just grab some from here. Because I know we're going to need to dig this stuff out eventually. So it doesn't really matter if we start now. Alright. That's probably good. And we'll just strip away this stuff. That'll give us even more field room. And make the edge of the pit look a little bit cleaner. The hard part about this is I don't actually know how wide this pit's gonna be once we're finished. But it will be pretty deep. Alright, and then we'll continue that corner off that way so we know which way we're going, and then this will be the first square. Alright, cool. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Right now we just need dirt. Alright, this probably isn't going to be enough either, but it's a little bit of a start. Fill in this part. Yep, not enough dirt. But we're getting there. We sure are getting there. Alright, let's go back and get some more dirt. What do we gather apart from dirt? More dirt. Oh, this is actually kind of a nice little slope. I can just keep this going out towards this river here. And we'll just shovel this stuff on up, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll continue this line. Ah, excellent. Much more farmland than I thought we had. Okay. That might make it difficult for the pit when we get there. When we get there. That is a when we get there problem, you guys. Just strip away this stuff here. Okay. Getting a lot of flowers too. Ooh, I like these blue ones. Okay. Well, if that way goes all the way through, so let's find a good kind of curve to follow here. Yeah. We'll just go right through here. I mean, I don't know why we need to follow the good curve. Eventually this stuff's all gonna be dug away. But I think, like I said, while we're here, we'll at least make it look like we're trying. You know, the dwarves just got here. Their inverted mountain is going to take a long time, maybe even generations, so they want to make sure they have at least comfortable temporary lodgings. There we go. All right. And now we'll clear away all this stuff here. And just like placing blocks, when you've got a big area to clear, it can be useful to break them up into more manageable, bite-sized chunks. It really makes you feel like you're making progress that way. At least that's how I feel. Gotta get rid of this tree. I don't think I actually made this line, but we're going to use it. Ah, we're out of shovels. Alright, well that's okay. On the way back, we will fill in the farmland with as much dirt as we can, and then we'll make some more shovels. Now, it might have been wise for me to get diamond tools and all that other stuff, but we're not. We're just getting started with stone. You don't really need the better gear to get going. It's just nice to have. But to get going, you can survive on stone tools for quite a long time and still do pretty okay. I don't really need a shovel to break these misclicked dirts. It's just nice when I have one. Alright, almost, you guys. Alright. And while we're here, let's start chopping down these spruce trees and get some more saplings. Yes, I love popping the grass. I just can't help it. We'll get this one. There we go. Alright, so we'll give these leaves a second to disintegrate and come back and pick up all the saplings in a moment. First, I think we need some more sticks. No, we don't need more sticks. I made a whole bunch of sticks. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll dump all this junk back in here. I don't really need these hose for now, nor do I really need the bucket for now. What I put in here that I thought that I needed though? Keep the cobblestone. Yeah, we don't really need it for now. And it's almost night. Let's run around a little bit, see if we can collect any more, here we go, saplings. Hey, great. We've already made a profit in saplings. Alright, it's probably dark enough to go to bed now. Okay. Let's see, some more saplings. Alright, we're at 6. That's pretty good. From out of the 4. Okay, and we got that last log. Yeah, this is probably fine. We've doubled the amount of saplings, so we'll just plant them again. Where do we want to plant them? Let's get that last log. Just up in the hills here was fine. I kind of like getting a set tree planting area, but I'm not overly concerned about it for now. We'll just use the area around the village here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we'll drop this stuff off. Now we'll get back to it. Digging, digging, digging. Digging in the dirt. Kind of want to go and explore that village to the north here in a we'll do that in a bit probably. First, I want to get these fields finished. Oh. Readjust, get a little more comfortable here. Almost out of shovels again. Just digging away. Oops. There we go. We'll see if this is enough dirt now. Probably. But again, like I say, I'm a very bad judge of determining how much dirt it takes to fill in a hole. It is always way more than I thought it would be. All right, fields filled in. Oh, that's kind of hard to say. The field is filled in. Let's I mean, surely we'll have to mine out a lot more of this, but let's fill up on some cobblestone really quick and patch this up with the remaining dirt, and then we'll make more shovels and finish cleaning this area up. And then hopefully we'll finally get around to planting some crops. Probably could have started doing that forever ago, but oh well. And then I think this, yeah, that's part of the pit, so we can ignore that part for now. I'm not gonna run out of dirt for this stuff. This will be fine. Oh man, it's getting dark. We'll try and fill this stuff in. I think we've got plenty of time to fill this in. There we go. Heck yeah. Alright, we'll head back and make some more shovels, go to sleep, and try to finish clearing this thing out. This is kind of our first real big project, is getting our fields set up. Heck yeah, but now we've got extra dirt, which is always a good thing to have around. Alright, put this stuff in the chest. Let's see, some apples as food for now. Whoops. Oh, a spider. We can get some string and maybe work on a fishing rod. Oh, got me. There we go. Heck yeah. Oh, we'll keep going here, just chipping away a little bit at a time. We're very nearly done. We're getting it. We're getting it, you guys. Not much longer now. I'm going to adjust the music really quick. It's kind of quiet now. There we go. Let me know if that gets too loud for you guys. But it was a little quiet on my end even. I think I'll even this out with a bit more dirt once I come here. Yeah. We'll do something like that. Yeah, and we'll just even out this little indent. Get us even more workable farmland. I think I need another bucket pretty desperately, so hopefully there's another iron golem spawned when we get back to the village. We can farm him for some iron. Alright, just this little strip left. See, it didn't take that long. Not that long at all. I think that's gonna be how it feels when we finish this thing. I hope so. I sure hope so. Sorry I'm a little less talkative in these Minecraft streams. It's just, there's a little less going on, you know? If that's okay, that's kind of what I like about these. It's just, we get to chill out. I like playing exciting video games, I really do, but sometimes it's nice to just get a cozy game like Minecraft or Stardew Valley or City Skylines, or something where you don't have to stress about it and just play around in the sandbox, let your creativity flow. I enjoy quiet nights like that and quiet games like that as well. Going through shovels so quickly. Oops, didn't need to sprint like that. That happens sometimes. I just fat finger the keyboard and my guy shoots forward. Oh, I've got enough spring for fishing rod already off the one spider. I didn't even notice that I got two. Heck yeah. Well, we'll do some fishing eventually. It is another pretty good source of food. Alright, there we go, almost finished. Let's clean up this patch of stone here. And then knock back a lot of this grass. And then we'll be ready to start planting crops. Alright, knock back a lot of this grass and the flowers and such. Oh, there's something just so satisfying about popping grass. I don't know what it is, but it's like bubble wrap. I just can't help myself. some of this stuff over here. Just keep on mowing the grass. Inside the barrier of the pit. Great. This will be our field for a long time while we do this. A real long time. I am, quite frankly, anticipating this project taking more than a year, if I'm completely honest. Maybe a couple of years. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, this isn't going to be the main content on my channel or anything, but something I do, I don't know, once or twice a week, just as something fun, something, a break from the more fast-paced games. No, I don't want to do that. I do want a little porch outside of my dwarf home here. Let's see, I think that's probably good. And I don't even know if I'm actually... I call it the dwarf pit. I'm not sure how dwarf themed it's gonna be. I just want to build a city in an inverted pyramid in a hole in the ground. Oops. Completely used the wrong side. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit backwards now, but that's okay. Oh wow, I am almost out of room. Well, that's okay. Alright, so what we were going to do next, I think, was we were going to go find an iron golem to harvest some iron from. Because we need a second bucket. Or rather, we want a second bucket. Let's wait for night though, and wait for day rather. And respawn here. I think, yeah, we'll also widen this up to 4. Yeah. I think I'm trying to plan a path, and I think I want it to be 4 wide down there so it conforms with a well. Alright, let's see if we can find another iron golem hanging out around here anywhere. Alright, that's where I've got the villagers trapped. At least some of them. I don't see one here. Well, let's check out that village to the north then. They might have an iron golem. Or a blacksmith or something I could raid, where I don't have to fight an iron golem with a half-dead stone sword. Plus I kind of want to check them out. So that's what we'll do. Hopefully the rest of our trees will be grown by the time we get back. That's a nice gentle curve. I might want to tame a horse eventually, especially if I'm going to be exploring around here. But that'll come later. Alright, this is a fairly big village. There's an iron golem. Heck yeah. I like that arch. Truly be a shame when the pit expands out here and destroys it. It's actually not a bad little village. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, a book. That's real nice. Don't worry, guy. I'm just stealing all your stuff. Don't worry about it. We'll be okay. Yeah, feather's kind of useless, but whatever. We will rate this place for all it's got. Oh, this might actually be pretty good for villagers. Oh, we've already got villagers cordoned off. We don't need another villager breeder. Oh, there's a hole there. Nah, bummer. We should probably be collecting some of these beds. Ah, that's okay. Beds are cheap. I'll get a sheep farm. Spawned door. And not even worth it. There's no chest in here. Okay. Let's make sure we've got a little bit extra dirt for when we fight that golem. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, checked that one already. Should probably get some pumpkins while I'm here. Just to have them, you know. There we go. Great. Alright, there he is. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Let's see how we want to do this. Actually, whoops. Ah. I'm not very good at Minecraft. Punch him, and then we'll run to here. Right. And is he coming after us? No. Dang it. And I broke my shovel. Okay. Go. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's still mad. He is still upset. Alright. We should be tall enough that he can't get us. Alright. Hey, 4 more iron. Perfect. That's enough for a bucket, and with the one we've got left over, an iron sword. So let's keep on looking through this village. I think we've got most of the stuff already, though. Did we check out over here yet? I can't remember. Got this hay as well. waste all the durability on our sword. We might need that later. Nothing. Here's a blacksmith. They might have some good stuff. Take all these hay bales first. Some leather pants. Wow. What a find. Well, it's better than no armor. Oh, and there's another village all the way out there. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely need a horse. We'll need to start exploring around these places. Nothing. I think I already checked that house. I don't think it had anything. Let's try these ones real quick. And then I think that's mostly this village. I already checked that one. No chest. No chest. Rated that one, which means there's probably not a chest in here either. Oh, there is. Heck yeah, another bundle. Alright, well, this village was kind of a bust. Let's get back to our home, which I think was this way. Yeah, there it is. There's my wide, flat plain. Pick up some of these eggs as we walk through here. It's getting dark. Alright, home sweet home. Okay. Running out of room, let's make another couple chests. Shovels. Then make another bucket. Then we'll make a sword. Alright, we're on our way, you guys. Let's grab the hose. Where's that bundle with all my seeds and stuff? Here it is. Great. Great, great, great. Go to sleep. sticks. I do have plenty of sticks. Okay. Let's make a couple of more fences. There we go. I probably need a bit more, but that'll be fine for now. Then I always like to use cobblestone for these. Okay. So let's see. I think we'll put the first field about here. Oh, so close. Yeah, I can't leave that like that. Let's go chop down and make some more regular oak fence posts. I could use spruce, but I don't want to. I want these guys to match. Chopping down trees. The big ones are kind of a pain in the butt. This one doesn't look too bad. I do like the big ones as far as aesthetics go, but they are a little bit annoying to chop down. They very often leave floating leaf clusters. I do not like floating leaf clusters. Okay, alright. Right? Saplings, I think. I hate letting the saplings go to waste. I'm so weird about it. I always just run around until I've collected them all. Popping the grass, I just can't help myself. can get to those. Heck yeah. Alright. I lied. I'm full of it. Never listen to a thing I say ever again. It's okay. You know, it happens. People make mistakes. People misjudge. It's okay. As long as they didn't really intend to harm anybody, you know, it happens. It's okay. Alright. I think I'm not worried about losing anymore. We got 26 saplings. That is plenty. That is plenty. Let's start planting a few now. I think I'm going to use this broad area next to the farms as a tree farm. And I'm not being very methodical about where I place these yet. Just enough that they're spread out and we can get some wood growing. And I think that was probably enough spruce trees that I can start making the big boys now, which will be a real good source of wood for tools and charcoal and things like that. But for now, heck yeah, plenty. Let's make some more fences. Alright, that should be enough for now. And we'll go add these guys in. Just like everything in Minecraft, there is no right or wrong way to do anything, but this is how I like to lay out my fields. I've done it forever, and this is just kind of the way I like to do it. Alright, put that there. And let's go grab some water. Oh, I need shears. Because lately I've been waterlogging a leaf block instead, and I kind of like that better. Because then you don't have to worry about bumping into this block, and it kind of hides it in here, and it just kind of looks a little bit nicer, I think. But that's okay. We'll do that later, and then we can finally plant these wheat seeds. Alright, we've got our first field down, you guys. Heck yeah. Just in time, too. It just became night, so let's go and sleep and keep the mobs away. Great, we're trucking along. Let's set up the other crops. Wait, where are my potatoes? Here they are. Dump this stuff out. Alright, and then pick up the other stuff. Moving back there. Great, so we need a carrot field, a potato field, and a beetroot field. That should not take too long. Well, we are going to need a lot more fences, but that's okay. We're also going to need more torches. Let's do those now. We'll just use up all this coal on torches. Make a million torches. It's not like they'll go to waste. Alright. Can I get grass from here? No, I can't. It just sticks through. I don't like the way that sticks through, so we're just going to explode that one. Once you got the first field down, at least least for the little pattern I like to use. It's pretty easy to just knock the rest out. They all follow the same general vibe. Now mobs can still wander in here even with the torches on, but you know, it doesn't really bother me that much. Wow, it's got real gray. Make this carrot field, I guess. All right. Let's grow the potatoes and beetroots here too, just to get them started. There we go. Cool. Cool. Alright. We'll let these grow. Let's mark out the rest of the big old pit. Several chunks of dirt. I thought I got that grass. What's going on? Oh, it was you. There we go. That looks nicer. Alright, so F3 and G. There we go. sorry I'm being so particular about this. It's just, this is the central foundation of everything, and so we really got to make sure that these are set up correctly. Because if they're off, it's going to throw the whole project off, and we really don't want that, not at all. Okay, so we'll keep on going, finish out the square, I guess. Yeah. So 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh. 6. And then I'll have to make a bridge over here. Whoops. Okay, was that 6 or 7? I cannot remember. Alright, let's go back. They'll give us a chance to heal up too. We've been taking some damage jumping off these pillars. Ugh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will make 7. Yeah. Oh, that's why that little flower. Alright. So then we should probably build another bridge over here because we're going to need it in just a moment. Yeah, I think from here. And again, a lot of this dirt infrastructure we're placing on the outsides here, this will eventually not be here. So we don't need to worry too hard about it looking nice. Alright, and now it's getting dark, so we'll run home and go to bed. We might actually have to run for realsies. And you can see how large just the central deepest point is going to be. 7 by 7 chunks is a substantial amount. Alright, oops. There we go. Here, we'll turn this, oops, turn this off for now. Alright, put this stuff away. We don't really need the hose anymore, so we'll put them there to bed real quick. Hopefully it won't be raining anymore when we're done. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay, good. And we can see the pillars on the other side there too. Good. So we know now roughly the size of the shape we're working with. And again, we don't have to worry too much about the terrain because it won't be here for long. I think I missed that sugarcane. Sugarcane is gold in the early game. When you need to start setting up your enchanters and stuff. Alright, here we go. Here's the other pillar. These on. Yeah. Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Oh boy. Alright. Attach this to the bridge here. Alright, 6, and then 7. Alright, I think that's got the hole marked. Alright. So jump down here on the bridge. Fill in this stuff a little bit. I don't want to cause a pitfall for myself later. Cool. Very cool. Now, just to make sure the hole is square, I like to run the diagonals between the pillars. Might be a bit of a big ask since this is such a huge project, and I don't know if I brought enough dirt, but we'll try. We'll give it a shot. Okay. So then we just run a diagonal line. And especially if I double up, what am I doing? Yeah, it's fine. Run a diagonal line. And it should line up square with the other side. And again, we don't have to worry about all these construction lines and guides because they will all be dug away eventually. Like I said, we really want to make sure that we get this part nice and square because it is the center around which the entire project revolves. So we don't want to mess it up. But if we do, it's not the end of the world. We're still in the beginning stages where we can make easy corrections. key is, if you're gonna do your construction lines in dirt like me, you want to make it look unnatural, so that when the grass grows, it's very easy to tell that this was placed by hand and not natural generation. Because sometimes Minecraft's natural generation is a little weird. Alright, so this one is lining up perfectly. Great. Let's go get some more dirt, and we will go from the other side, and then we'll find the center of our big hole here. Oh wow, once again, we may run out of dirt doing this. We'll see. I used a lot of that dirt to do the pillars earlier, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, but I am kind of worried about the little stream. Yeah, whatever. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Make that a little taller, just 'cause. Alright, so let's do the opposite diagonal, just 'cause. And we'll see where the center of our dig site will be. Look out, horse. Whoops. Alright, this pillar here, jump down here, give it a little beacon, because why not? This should be the very center of our dig site. Heck yeah, take some more damage here. Alright, and everything is squared up. Heck yes. So now we can turn that off for a long time, hopefully. Oh, cool. Cool, you guys. Alright. So let's get back to our little burrow here. Alright, so this feels like a pretty good stopping point for today. We've got our big hole mapped out where we're going to start digging. We've got a little farm going and a tree farm going. We've got our cozy little hole in the ground here. Uh, so I think that's where I'm going to call it. I'm getting kind of hungry in real life, so I'm going to have some dinner. I might be back on tonight to stream some more Wild Assault. I don't really know. I might play offline, but I will see you guys tomorrow for my regular stream. Thanks again so much for coming and hanging out. I do really appreciate spending time with you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.